Hi all, welcome to my Cinch To Glory Gallery review for the lads in the squad that I'm in with. Obviously we did the lads in the Discord, now we're on to the Cinch To Glory lads. We're sitting in Div 6 and working our way up the divisions with a bit of luck. And like the lads in general are all very good in their individual ways. And as I forewarned them, I said I'll review your galleries, see what they're like, and have a bit of fun into the bargain. So we'll work from top to bottom. So we'll start off with Stu. Stu has Trabzonspor complete for limited. He is a Rangers fan as well, so he has Rangers collections, Hearts collections, Hibs, FC Twente, and literally has over 500 cards. Nearly 300 cards, one with 230 in limited, 51 rares. I would imagine he'll be limited and rares crafted in amongst that as well, so you probably would be pushing 300 cards. He is in Div 1 for Rivals, but he has a nice like option. So he's covered for Champ, he's covered for Challenger, he's covered for Contender, covered for under 23s, as he's got special editions from this season, and he does pride on having the bonus for collections if they're teams that he is serious about. So like Trabzonspor's 5, Rangers is 5, Norwich, Hearts, Hibs are all 4. Sorry, a couple of them are at 3, some are at 4. But he's consistently around that 2 to 3% for a lot of teams, and then also some of them obviously he's got them at 1%, but very easily could push into 2% if needed. And it also comes down to rewards as well. If you were to win some cards that for these teams, or just buy them accordingly, you'll be able to get them up to the 2% in next to no time. But Stu has been playing for a few years now, 2,500 competitions entered. Stu, if I go to his highest average, if I look at it, he consistently wins rewards. He's got Laudrup and Lippmann in for legend cards. They've got competitions for that soon. He's got the Tavernier, which he bought right at the very start. Another member of the Senior Club, Ryan Gold. That 24 quid 2 years ago will feel like a great investment. Danilo, between limited and rares, different seasons, and a lot of fun cards in his gallery. Winning an Olmo rare 6 months ago, and the Kuiper, definitely 2 highlights in my personal opinion. If you win them, you're definitely doing the business. But very solid gallery, very solid return from Stu. Kyle. So Kyle is a Ross County fan. He has got the limited completed for last season and this season. He's also got Burnley, he's got Houston Dynamo sorted in abundance. So he's another one where he has Champ, he has Challenger, and has Contender. He's got 25 limited cards, 1, and sits in Division 1 currently just now himself. And Kyle hasn't got as big a gallery compared to some people, but he has got 264 cards. So Kyle has thought about the collections. He's thought about the what's quite amusing in Kyle's case is that he's recently been buying up the Burnley cards, and Aberdeen cards and Ross County cards. So he's been filling in the gaps over the last week, making sure that everything's accounted for, and just keeps them sorted. If I'm being brutally honest, I'd be trying to buy them as cheap as possible, but that's just being me. Connor Roberts for 84p. I remember getting his limited a while back, selling it for a tenner. That was last season, I think, or the season before. But going to, as we said for Kyle, he's ranked first for Ross County for this season. Aidan Denham, he hasn't unveiled yet. I think that's just because it's not been given, I think. But he's got special editions of Laidlaw, James Brown, Ackle Wright, George Harmon, and Charles Telfer, so not too shabby. 250 points clear, so really cementing himself there, taking full advantage of the 5%. So if Ross County can get some wins. He's laughing in that respect. Same with like Burnley at 3. Houston Dynamo will like to have that at 4% is handy. Obviously the ones that he's the biggest omission really is Hector Herrera that he's missing, but he has everything else he needs in abundance. Will do him rather nicely. As I said, I'm sure he'll get to the 5% in due course, and especially when you look at like Valdez, Adalberto, try to see who else. So he's near enough to probably get that to like 700 in due course, and then it'll push to 750 when necessary. So from Kyle, we go to the second of the Rangers lads, and basically with MU he's got quite a few collections complete. He's got 5% for him. He is, as I say, another Rangers supporter. 116 card wins for limited, 46 rares, so fair play on the rare wins. He has Stad Brest, which is handy with Champions League, so that's got like a lot of midweek utility. Portland Timbers for 5% as well for this season, so like that is serious business. He's got 30 of the 36 Rangers cards for this season. It will be interesting to actually see in a minute like how far off, like, so he's missing Lewis, Goldson, Jeffty, Casawaniro, Cole McKinnon, Sam Lammers. Sam Lammers will be rare. That'll be a very, very expensive card. But yeah, he's 230 off, like, but he's got the 5% achieved. It's going to be very competitive. Stu's got a better score than him, but I'm sure he won't mind. Like some serious cards here right off the bat. Evander. Oh wait, sorry, go back. That's his Hall of Fame. Evander, Chucho, James Tavernier, Kai Wagner, and Lise Malou. Evander was traded 3 months ago. Like owning that card is just serious business. Chucho won 4 months ago, maybe say 5, like a couple £100, and you're basically laughing. Like that card is just delicious. Tavernier won for £170. 13% on this card will just tear anything apart. This Kai Wagner card is just absolutely top tier. Like the player edition as well, so it's a couple £100 spent. So Kai Wagner won it, went to someone else, Dream bought it, and then MU bought it. And like that card for a couple £100 is still worth it. And then Lise Malou bought for £100. So yeah, like yes, he is out injured. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Been injured since May, just no unknown. So he's been like 4 months. So I'm not 100% sure actually when he's due to return. But as we were saying, 5% for Hibs for 22-23 season, 23-24. Got a lot of 5%, a lot of 4% as well. So and a few 4s, quite a few 3. So MU definitely puts the time in to make sure that these 5% are there. Like to have a serious balance between champion, challenger, and contender. It's serious business. Like 1 super rare, 225 rares, and 361 limiteds. And his 1 super rare is Ridvan Yilmaz for £40, so can't go wrong with that in the slightest. But before I jump out, MU is in the free as well, so go with that. Willie is our resident Aberdeen supporter. Willie has massive success in the rares, like 255 rares. Like it goes back with what we were saying with like MU as well. Be interesting to know how many cards he's crafted. Willie would not surprise me if he's say 275. Like when you see that first line, all rares. Yes, it's all saying like 1%, but Willie is clearly very astute in what he does. 29 limited, 5 super rare wins. Szoboszlai and Ricardo Pepe. Szoboszlai bought a year ago. God, that must be, when you look at how that price has changed drastically. Like 600, jeez, oh, shows you what price of cards have done now. And then super rare Pepe, this card from 2020, to be honest, that card now is probably still worth a few quid. Like, yes, it says 500 for like this season's card, like last season's card, but it wouldn't surprise me if this one, because of what it is, you could pay serious money, if I'm brutally honest. But Willie has 175 rares, 9 limiteds, 6 super rares, and just very consistent. I think quite a few of these might be crafting rewards as well on top of what he's won, like Jack Walton, Mueller, Solette for 15 quid. I'm not sure where he's going yet. I'm going to have a look at him, because even for 15 quid for his rares still feels cheap, so fair play to Willie for nabbing that. Garbage, Engels, 37 quid for him. That's now going to feel like a bit of a steal, because he's probably a couple hundred quid. He actually is pushing like 2, like, so that Engels, like Willie could sell that, make a couple hundred quid profit and be laughing. It's just being smart with your spends, really, and Willie has clearly got a system that's working a treat for him. It's bringing him big success week in, week out, and if you're winning cards regularly, and you're just at the point where you're, as I say, 250 rare cards is just mad. Like, only 2% for an Aberdeen collection, despite being an Aberdeen supporter. Like, 2% to be the only one is, it just shows you that Willie likes to try and work with everything. So that's definitely the biggest taken away from that. Limbo was like our best man during the Euros competition, and he has oddly not got as many rewards as you would think he's won. Like, he's got 6 limited, 7 rares, 2 super rares, Div 2, does a lot of rivals. Vitessa's his main team in Sorare with the 5%. One card being omitted from last season, and I think I know who. It is who I thought it was. Simon van Dijvenhouden. Yeah, very. I think that's quite a rare card to actually obtain in like auctions and stuff. So I think he'll probably try and get it at some point. But Hall of Fame, Dyson Maida, Robin Proper, Rio Hatai, Callum McGregor, and Jordi Shooting. Dyson, a couple of months ago, he won that. Bought that from Tony Watt. Robin Proper, bought 3 weeks ago. Hatai, this is a very old Hatai card, 2020 with Frontali, 6 months ago. Don't think we even want to know how much that was spent. Callum McGregor for last season, traded a few months back. That was when Dream won it, and then Jerdy won as a reward 9 days ago, so like 400 odd quid, give or take, maybe a bit more if you're really lucky. But 28 limited, 13 rares, 32 super rares, so clearly very super rare orientated, and as like same with Willie, has a system that he's happy with, working a treat, and it's making it work. That's what it comes down to. Like, I'd love to be in the super rares, but I know fundamentally ain't going to happen just now. It's something I'll have to accept. Maybe even say sometime next season, depending on how the rewards all pan out and prices. But like, a lot of fun cards in here, like Simon Murray's super rare, Matt Kohler, Inigo Cordoba, Jamie McGrath's solid enough for Aberdeen, Hanny Mukhtar for 25 quid for his rare. That's just like theft. That feels like theft. But yeah, that card will pay back your money. So fair play to Limbo. ABC, another solid player in the squads that we run for like rivals. Nardiv 3, 20 limited, 2 rares, 1. Seattle Sounders is the biggest collection at 4, New York at 3, then Dender at 2 for the season, Mechelin at 1. So ABC has quite a solid little system as well. 100 limiteds, 1 rare. Done a bit of overhaul lately, I'm sure he was saying to me. Eric Smith, I've been looking at his limited, but he's rare. I'll just pass on for now because I'm not someone that does that. But Mesa 2, that like Niall, getting that card will be rather tasty for a special edition. Same with Magnus. Yeah, there's definitely like a lot of fun cards in here. Mateus winning that, Rob Schuss is another. Like there's Emrabati from Michelin, so it's like Matty Ryan for £4 handy for if he's getting given the European games. Like Jimmy Maurer's an interesting one, buying a healthy supply of him. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Mind if you're paying £3 and you can suddenly turn a profit, then you take it. ABC is obviously goes by the name of trader, and if you've got a system that works, and you're making the money, you keep it all flowing. Keane has 24 limited, 10 rares, 9 super rares. He's another member of the Simon Murray Club, where he's like, girls don't like boys, girls like Simon Murray. But Ross County, he has obviously got Simon Murray cards an abundance across limited, rare and super rare. Ronan Hale bought a week ago, very nice animated card for £60. Keon super rare, like he's like Kean spoke quite heavily to us about like with the super rares, like thinking like where do I go, who do I bring in, like suggestions and all that kind of stuff, and try to make it work. And he's been very astute with what he's done, and he's had some success with it, and it's shown. And he's been able to get some of these cards in, like Boyle for £100 odd, Shanklin, who's not firing yet, but give him time, I suppose. Ruby for less than £50 for that is class. I'm intrigued what he paid for Balcom. That'll be the interesting one. So he's gave Luke McCowan, Windal and money, right? Fair enough. Hard to say, but hard to say if it's a deal in his favour. But Kean has, as I say, got a solid system that's working. And if you're winning super rare cards, and if it's funding more teams, you take it. So Kean has got a fun system. Crichton, I love how he's got to send the trade to the smaller Thompson, super rare. Been playing games lately, funnily enough, so I'm intrigued to know what this card's now selling for. If you were to, like, say, offer funds for it, because I'm sure people would like. Interesting, he's got it listed as £30. I don't mean to sound cheeky, but I'm actually surprised nobody's actually tried to nab it. Like £12 cheapest rare. If I was Crichton, I'd actually put another 0 just to make sure nobody steals that. That's my only criticism. Crichton has 5% for Hibs, Serzo Asaka. I'm another member of the Serzo Asaka club as well. Norwich 4, Hellas Verona at 4, Rapid Vienna at 2, 4, Minnesota at 4. So, and 71 limiteds, 1, 10 rares as well. As we said, he's also got to factor in the crafting. He's got the Div 6 for himself, for Rivals, 286 limiteds, 91 rares, 2 super rares. Been very astute over the last couple of days, bringing in like Nyhouse, who I recently was looking at, but I brought in and sold on Morgan Rogers, Reece Nelson, Colwell, Saka, Verbruggen. He's like, Crichton's been serious in terms of champion, challenger and contender. That's basically what you're seeing here. And like the Nyhouse says, he's got a couple, like if you're able to bring a few in and sell them on for profit, you take it and run. And I'm intrigued who's got this one from. Like who did he get that from? Oh, it's somebody that actually did not know. Interesting. Fun and games. So 2 super rares for those curious are Sven Sprangle and Miller Thompson. Heavy abundance, as I said, of rares to cover for challenger, champion and contender. £4 for this Junior Hoyle at 67 points, his last 15. Like, he was putting good numbers in before he got injured during, what was it, Copa America. Like £4 for that card feels a bit of a steal, but it's just the age that puts me off him. But he's going to put good numbers, I would say, if he gives a run. So that could be a little bit of a steal. The Luis Albero for 85p for his rares, banter as well. Be interesting to see where he goes eventually. If he comes back, like, depending on what happened with him in Europe. Last but not least, out of the team is Bradford Jack. Jack's had a lot of overhaul, I think, over like the last 6 months or so. Jack had, when he was in streams, he had like rare and like some super rare stuff as well in abundance. Like Paris was a big team that he was a fan of. 77 limited, 73 rares and 1 super rare, Div 1 as well. Champion edition cards of Passfair, Turnbull, Gedkill, Wrench and Julien. Wrench, we crafted him a while back. £11 spent for that card. Would surprise me if you could get good money for that now. Turnbull, yes, he sells for like next to nothing, but that card will not be cheap because people would still want the card. Passfair, £13 spent, and if honest, you'd make good profit on that card if you'd wanted. Jack has 5% on Hibs, like a few people, right? And I'm the Hibs supporter, and I don't have 5%. Shows you how much faith I have in my own team. Bendix 4%, Querétaro 4, Seoul 3, Genk 3, Rangers 3, Porto 2, as we said prior. Like champion, he's got like Getafe, he'll have PSG, he'll have Monza, but he's sorted in terms of like challenger and contender. Bless me, I know I was going to sneeze at some point, but I was hoping I could have held it off for a minute. But 332 limited, so I was about to say 352 joys of 29 rares and 7 super rares. Been doing a bit of buying the last 24 hours or so. Heavy abundance across the board. Mix of limiteds, no rare. Like Bernabe, Bernabe's in serious form for international. Like £6 now for his limited is quite banterous, really. When he was at Celtic, he could have paid 50p. But yeah, he's sorted on so many fronts. 7 super rares, I'm intrigued who they are. Pedro, Cataldi, Arcus, Carvalho, Mugabe, Yanin Villa and Jonathan Dos Santos. And then like that Pedro super rare for 20 quid, you better watch yourself, Jack, because he popped off last night. Let me have a look. If you want it to be sneaky, you could, but maybe not. Might get lucky. And then rares. Balance between J1, K1, Bursic for Hibs, and Croatian League. So, a bit of fun on that. So, fun and games had from the squad. But let me know, folks, your thoughts on who stands out for you, like who's your favourite team. At the moment, it's at second, hopefully get promoted again and then Div 5. But fun and games to be had, I'm sure, across the squad, as everyone hopes to try and get either the basic box or the standard box. But as I said, let me know who you've found the most impressive gallery out of the lot. As I said, like the likes of Stu, Willie, MU, some fun galleries in there. I'm sure we'd all be jealous of having a healthy abundance of rares and super rares to have a bit of fun with. But joys of what we're able to work with when we get into Sorare and what success we have as well. So have a good one, folks. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.